Imagine being a young boy in a small village in Africa, staring at the stars at night and dreaming of a place so far away it almost feels impossible. A place called America. A land full of opportunities, where you could give your family a life you've only ever imagined. But that dream comes at a cost that will test every bit of your courage, hope, and determination. Kofi was born in a small village in Ghana, where life was simple, but opportunities were few. The village was surrounded by forests and hills, and every morning, the sun would rise over fields of gold. But for Kofi, the beauty of his home did not erase the struggles. His family lived in a small hut. His father worked tirelessly in the fields, and his mother sold handmade crafts at the local market. Even with their hard work, money was always scarce. Sometimes Kofi would go to bed hungry, listening to the faint sounds of the village at night while his younger siblings slept beside him. From an early age, Kofi knew that the only way to help his family was to leave the village and seek a better life elsewhere. Kofi first heard about America when travelers came to his village. They spoke of cities with tall buildings, schools filled with computers, and hospitals that cared for anyone. They told stories of people starting businesses, traveling the world, and achieving success beyond imagination. But what captured Kofi's heart the most was the idea that he could lift his family out of poverty. He dreamed of sending money home, of seeing his siblings go to school, and giving his mother a life free from endless work. At night, he would sit outside under the stars and whisper to himself, "I will go. I will reach America, no matter what it takes." Leaving home was not easy. Convincing his family was the first challenge. His mother cried, afraid for his safety. His father warned him that the journey could be dangerous. But Kofi's resolve was strong. With a small bag, a few clothes, and a heart full of hope, he said goodbye to the only home he had ever known. Friends hugged him tightly, some wishing him luck, others quietly doubting that he would ever return. Despite fear and uncertainty, Kofi took the first step toward his dream. The journey was long and full of challenges. Kofi traveled on foot, sometimes for hours under the hot sun. He encountered wild animals, rough paths, and unexpected storms. In one village, he nearly lost his belongings to people pretending to help. In another, he met a girl his age who had lost her family and had been struggling to survive alone. These encounters reminded him that hardship was not unique to him. The world was full of people facing unimaginable struggles. Hunger became a constant companion. Days passed without proper meals, and he survived on wild fruits and water from rivers. At night, he slept under the stars, listening to the sounds of the night, praying to see another day. Eventually, Kofi reached the coast, where the sea separated him from America. Crossing it was terrifying. Stories of people lost at sea haunted him, yet going back home without trying was not an option. On a small, overcrowded boat, he joined others who were also chasing dreams. The waves tossed the boat like it was made of paper. He clung tightly, focusing on the thought of his family. Hours passed, feeling like days. Some travelers cried, some gave up hope. But Kofi held on, thinking of his mother, his siblings, and the life that awaited. When dawn finally came, he and the others reached a foreign shore, exhausted but alive. The first barrier had been crossed, yet the journey was far from over. America was both everything he imagined and nothing like he expected. The streets were busy, the buildings tall, and the people moved quickly. Kofi faced a new challenge: surviving in a strange land with no documents, no connections, and limited money. Every day was a test. He worked odd jobs, washing dishes, cleaning streets, delivering groceries, anything to earn a small amount. Speaking the language was difficult, but Kofi never gave up. Over time, he found a community of Africans who welcomed him. They guided him, teaching him how to find work, rent a place to live, and navigate the city. Slowly, he began sending small amounts of money home, bringing hope and relief to his family. Years passed. Kofi learned English fluently, found steady work, and even enrolled in classes to continue his education. He built a small house for his family, supported his siblings' schooling, and helped other young people in his community who were trying to make a better life. But the true triumph was not just in money or success. It was in the journey itself. The courage to leave, to face unimaginable difficulties, and to continue moving forward no matter how hard it got. Kofi's story shows that resilience, hope, and determination can turn dreams into reality. Kofi often reflects on his journey and says, "I left with nothing but a dream, and I returned with a life I never imagined was possible. Not just for me, but for my family." His story is a reminder that dreams require sacrifice. Hope can carry you through the darkest times, and the strength of the human spirit can overcome even the toughest challenges. For millions of young people dreaming of a new life in another country, Kofi's journey is both inspiration and proof that with courage and perseverance, anything is possible. No matter how impossible a dream may seem, if your heart is strong and your will unbreakable, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Every step, every struggle, and every moment of fear is part of the journey toward a better life. Kofi's story is a story of hope, resilience, and the power of never giving up.